Hi everybody, it's Mark from MT.TrainRestorations again. I got a short little time here in my shop where I'm going to do some mail call. I got a package in the mail the other day. I want to take it out and check it out and see what we got. See if it's a good one or if it needs a lot of work. So bear with me a second. What we got here, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. All right, so let's aim this over this way and check out what came in the mail. How's that? That's cool. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so I ordered this a couple weeks ago. Saw it online at a decent price, so I thought I'd check it out and see what it needed. It looked pretty good. It sounded good. What the description was. So I think it's a 1963, 64, 65, somewhere around in there. I don't do a lot of post-war items, but I have been lately buying a few of the switchers. I just kind of think they're pretty cool. I got this one the other day, and then excuse my reach, but then I got this one about, I don't even remember when I got this one. It's been a while. I've had this for probably a year, maybe two. I'm not even sure anymore, but I had it packed away. So I took it out about a month or two ago. Just say I would run on my oval tracks. I have an 027 track oval and a O gauge track oval that I run stuff on to test. So I've been running it. It's a good strong engine in here for this switcher. Magnet traction, and it's heavy. This is a 1952, 53, I believe. So that one I like, and I like the body style. That's why I got this. Now, being newer, when I say newer, it's still 50 years old or whatever. 1963 versus 1952, you can see some of the differences. The body shape is pretty much the same, but it's not as heavy as that is, and it's only got the one single gear on the worm drive. This has got a cluster of gears, which really makes a difference when you're running them. So like I said, this one here is great. We're going to find out what this one's like. We'll throw it on the track and see what it does. How's that? Hang on here with me. I'm going to swing you over to my track. Okay. Little help. And it's not that much of a load on her. Oh. Well, I'm not sure what that's all about. That don't sound good. So, got a little chatter going on. It's like it's running over rocks or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to have to check this out and see what's going on with it and see if we can fix it up a little bit. So, sorry for that. Anyway, I don't have a second person. I need a camera girl or somebody in here to work the cameras for me. Maybe down the road when we get a little bit more popular and get some video money coming in, I can afford a staff or some helpers. So anyway, let's see what's going on with this one here real quick. Let's take the screw out of the front here. We take this top off and look down inside. Okay. Oh my, Thomas Wojciechowicz, Woodruff, Wisconsin. How do you like that? So whoever owned this or worked on whatever put a little name tag in there. That's great. So we'll set that aside. We'll see what's going on with this motor. there is a bulb in it, and I don't think it's working because I didn't see any light on, but we can throw some power to that. The E unit, okay. We know it runs. It's probably a little dirty in there. So what do you say we take a peek down in there and see what we got? Yeah, let's go for that. I like taking stuff apart. And most of the time I can get it back together and it works. Shocking. But and I just cleaned the track today, this morning actually. I cleaned the track off, so I don't think it was the track as you know why it's slipping. I got to see why the wheels, they got so much power, I don't know what to do with. Maybe let's see what the brushes are doing in the armature. What's it look like? So I don't know if you ever worked on any of these before or not, but they're not too difficult to work on. Just take the screws out of the brush plate. Just be careful the spring-loaded brushes don't shoot somewhere. Been there, done that. And with my eyesight, it's not as good, easy to find them anymore. And grab grab one of these cotton buds, as my buddy Marty from Marty's Makeovers calls them. These cotton buds and a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Got that right up here. All right, there we go. So let's get a little alcohol in here and we'll clean that armature off a little bit, get all that black carbon off of here from the brushes. That'll help it run a little bit better when they're clean. So you can see it's pretty black. It's not bad though. I don't know when it was clean last, but I like to take them out of the box when I get something I ordered and put it on the track right away to see what I'm up against. And if it doesn't smoke or catch fire, that's a good thing. But usually you can get them to buzz or hum or something. Then you start with the basics. Take it off, take the brush plates off, see if everything's clean, see how lubed up everything is. There's some gunk on there. We'll get a little paper towel and clean some of this old grease off. There's some hairs around there and some little metal shavings, and all those kind of things aren't good for the gears, but so we'll clean this too while we have it out. Get that mess out of there. Use my little Dremel. Be careful to do. I like to buff these up a little bit with my Dremel tool. Make this copper, these actuators or commutators, I should say. Get them as clean as you can, and we'll get some more good cotton here and get some more. And just clean that a little bit more. Alright. Good thing alcohol evaporates quickly because I kind of get it everywhere. That's why I buy a big bottle. So, in the meantime, talking to my marketing director the other day, I was told I need to smile more, and I need to engage in stories and explain what I'm doing and so on and so forth more. And I need to advertise, I need to do all these other things. Well, it's a work in progress here. Eventually we'll get to all that, so you may not see my face every minute during this, which is okay, but just so you know, I'm smiling back here the whole time. So I gotta make sure my marketing director's happy. So that's pretty clean. I'll just get some of this out of the grooves here on this worm drive. And a little bit of rust here. Get a little bit of that off. I think we can get some of that off. Yeah, see, that's pretty much better. That will work. See how rusty this one is? Hard to see, I don't know. But I will get that rust off of there. No need to have rust in there. Any contact that this could have with the filled coil is better. I mean, obviously rust isn't going to stop it from working unless it's really bad, but when you have it out, you might as well clean it up. So that's better than it was. You can see some shine to it now. So let's look down in here and see what we have. The brushes, they're still there. That's a great thing. Get another couple Q-tips or cotton buds, depending on where you're from. Get some more alcohol on here. And just gonna clean out down in here. Just get all this greasy little dirt balls that are down in here. You can see, I don't know if you can see it real well, but there's all kind of buildup. There's carbon, dirt, dust, hairs, whatever the train ran over in the last 40 years gets kicked up in here, and while it's apart and open, like I said, you might as well clean it. Look how black that came out. That's terrible. So anyway, we are going to pull some of that old ugly cotton off of there and get a little bit more on here, and we'll use the other side. Oop, more mess. Oh well. Don't let my marketing person see that I'm wasting products. I'll get a letter. So anyway, I get down in here and get as much of this cleaned off as we can, so at least it looks good. I don't think it's going to help it run any better or worse. There, we got that. And clean this off a little bit. The brushes are hanging in there. They got a lot of little black carbon on them. All they do is sit in there and grind as it goes around and makes black powder. And that goes everywhere. So, you see, it's kind of crappy. And I'm not sure who made this or what this is supposed to be, but I don't think this light works. We'll throw a little power to it and see if we can get it to either light up or blow up, one or the other. And then we'll put this back on before I lose those brushes. So that's pretty clean. Commutators look pretty good. I might as well throw some grease on here, some new grease. I use my Lionel Train Lube in case Lionel's watching me. I don't think they are. And just kind of shove that in there and in the grooves, and we'll put some more in there underneath. Look at that. So yeah, it's been, the train's moving. Miracle. Okay, let's put this on without losing the position of the brushes. Will be a miracle. Come on now. There's the hole. There's there. All right. So there. Got it to go down. There. Okay. Good. So I think the brushes are, they're still in position. So that's a good thing. Now that we got this back on there, I'm gonna clean the top off a little bit because it's all black and full of goo. It's got stuff all over it. Like I said, it's not going to help it probably run any better or faster up here, but at least it'll be clean. It'll look good while it's sitting on the track. So that's it. I put the screws back in. And let's see what happens next. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be engaging the audience, so I'm talking and I'm smiling. in case anybody's wondering. Okay, so we got that all back together. I got my trusty handy little liquid. I'm put a little bit of this synthetic oil. I just got this stuff. It's pretty great. It doesn't really burn up, and heat doesn't really affect this stuff. Like the old Lionel oil, you know, great stuff, but you know, it's just petroleum based, and it does heat up, burn off eventually. So let me grab my power leads here off of the track real quick. Let's see what's going on here with this. Let's see if this bulb works or it's just dead. Oh, we got, well, yeah, bulb works. It's just kind of loose. The socket's pretty beat up. It's kind of dried out, so the bulb doesn't really make a lot of good contact in there. Let's see here. It's a little bent. Oop. Yeah, see, it's already coming apart. Oh well. I broke it the rest of the way, so not a problem. I found I've been thinking about this for a while. I want to go LED lights on everything I can, and this is going to be probably one of the first things I put them in. Because the bulb wasn't working when I tried it on the track, so I thought maybe it didn't have any. I couldn't see in here until we opened it up, but what that means is I'm going to change this socket out. I found some LEDs online actually this morning, so I bought a bunch of LED light socket with the pigtail already on it, with the wires already on it. They're going to be here Monday, so that's going to be in 2 days. They'll be here, and what's cool about it is I have a bunch of things that I want to put lights in. I just put lights in a caboose today for a friend of mine. So anyway, back to this motor and the bulb I just broke. I don't think I have any of these bulbs. I got a lot of bulbs, but not this. I don't think I do. Before I say that for sure, let me see. You never know. I might. Oh, look at that. It's our lucky day. Wow, I didn't even think I had any of these, but I do. Sweet. So anyway, I'm trying to work my way out of bulbs eventually, but into LED. But there we go. That's a much better fit. It's not loose. And we should light up now again when I put it on the track. I'm not even going to have to test it because I have faith. I got faith in it that we're good. And I'm surprised that I even have those bulbs. So that was a double surprise. All right, so here we go. So why was this jumping around? I'm not sure. What was making that jump around and not have any traction? It's kind of weird. So let me get my trusty little engine stand, my engine holder. You can get these online. It's a nice little foam gadget that you can put anything in it upside down and kind of get it where you want it to be, and it keeps it all straight. Got a little rust here and there. We can clean off these rollers. Oh, let's see here. What do we got? This drive wheel, you probably can't see it that well, but this drive wheel has a rubber tire on it. It has a stretchy little tire. And it's kind of wore down. It looks like almost a belt, a shiny leather belt. It's so worn. Look at that. Yeah, maybe we replace this thing. It's kind of dried out, shiny. and it's slick. So I can clean the wheels. I just cleaned the track, like I said, so it should not be that easy to slip. It should not be slipping that easily. So I think that's the thing. I think we have a rubber tire problem here. So let's just cut it off anyway. But being on the drive wheel, that's what's going. It has power. It just does not want to grip. And obviously, if it came with this, it's for a reason. So the trick's going to be putting a new one on. I don't want to have to take the whole truck apart, but it just so happens I got some of these this week. I said I need to get me some rubber tires if I'm going to mess with some of these post-war switchers and so on. So I got a couple. Somebody had 6 of them on sale, I think, or so. And they're stretchy. They'll stretch and they'll fit this. This one's a little thicker, but it's just worn so smooth from the track, and it's even got a groove in it. So hopefully this will help. But I'm going to clean these wheels off a little bit. I'll even clean off the contact roller plate. Get some of that rust off of there. Clean the roller. Make sure we have good contact. Alright, now the trick's going to be getting that on this rubber tire on there. I really don't want to have to take all this out to do that. That would be a bummer. So I replaced it with a new rubber tire. They're hard to see, but on this wheel you can see that there's a little black strap on there, a little rubber tire, where the other wheel is just plain, nothing on it. These are metal wheels. This one had a little dimple in the wheel for a tire for grip on the track, so I replaced it, put it on, put a new one on. I just happened to have some of those, and I wanted to put it back together, try it out now, and see if it works any better than it did previously. It didn't work so good. So that's what we're going to do here real quick. Then we'll take it for a spin. Take it for a spin around the track, hopefully. If you remember, I did open up the brush plate. We cleaned it all out, put some new grease on the worm drive, and I actually replaced the bulb. The socket's not in a real good shape, but I think gingerly, if it doesn't get bumped around too much, I think we'll be okay for a few more years at least. And like I said earlier, I'm considering changing out a lot of the bulbs in some of the engines and cars that I have to LED, which are coming today in the mail. So hopefully I'll get those soon. We might even transfer this one over, switch it out for an LED. So let me get you over here, get this out of the way. Let me get you down here and point you down a little bit if you can see what we're doing here. Hopefully you can see, like I said, we'll put this back together. Hopefully it won't slip on the track anymore, and it will go around the track pretty well. Let's see, where is, there it is. We want to make sure we capture that. Switch. There we go. So it is back in place. Everything's poking out okay. We got the screw right here. So let's see here. Where's my favorite screwdriver? Let's see if we can get this in here. Wow, look at that. First try, we stuck it through and it found its threads. We'll tighten that up a little bit. Alright, so let me get positioned for us. We'll get you over to my track, so give me one moment to get us over there and we'll be right back. Okay, here we are over at my test track. Let's see if we can get this on there perfectly. There, looks like she's on, good to go. Let's put a little power to her, see what happens. Well, it seems to be much better than it was. How do you think of that? So what we'll do is we'll put some cars on it, and let's see if we can get this to go where we want it to go. Make sure, I think we had a wheel that was not on all the way. So let's try that again. Wow. Very much better than it was. Well, it's a switcher. I guess they're made to move a few cars. And this one's doing pretty well. It's pulling a pretty good load. This car is plastic and they're very, very light. So what I did is I threw some weight inside of it. That's why I put the rubber band around. The doors come open. I don't want the weights to fly out, but there's probably a half a pound of weights in this car alone. But just pulling 4 of the test cars that I use seems to be doing very well. I'm happy with it. That rubber tire we put on seemed to help a lot. The light works. That's a great thing. I'm going to put a light back here. It's got a porthole lens location, but there's no light back there, so we're going to do one. We're going to put a light in there today or later on this week. So I'm happy with it. It came up pretty nice. Cleaned it up a little bit. It was inexpensive. I like this body style. As you can see, I have another just sort of very similar to it, and I'm happy where it came out, and it's cleaned up some, and so there we are, another successful deal. So let's talk about where we go from here. So what I'm going to do next time, may see me putting some lights in some cars. There'll be another project coming up pretty soon. My email address is MT.TrainRestorations@gmail.com. Train Restorations, all one word. This is Mark from MT Restorations saying goodbye for now. See you soon.